Hey guys, welcome back. Just putting my other glove on. I'm going to take my glove off to turn my camera on. I am going to do a resin pour for you today. Just get my little wristbands on. That way I don't get resin on my wrists when I take my gloves off. Okay, now I have been watching a whole heap of resin videos, as you do when you're learning something new. And I want to have a go at those flowery effects that you get with a white pigment paste. Now, I know you can get it with lots of different pastes, but I'm going to try the Castin craft first. I've got my little Ziploc bag. I also thought, I wonder if I could actually put some in a dropper of the white and you know, use that for the petals. I don't know. I'll see. I'm using the Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat. It's been sitting in its water bath for half an hour, which I think is a real pain, but I've done it because it's really thick. It's still got lots of bubbles in there, even though it was sitting in the water bath. It's very, very bubbly. So anyway, I've been stirring that for the last 4 minutes. Got that organised. So what I'm going to do, what I thought I would do is, see these two, that's like a pinky colour sparkle, and then this is a pinky colour mica powder. This one is from Artie Sue. I'll tell you the story about Artie Sue in a minute. That's called Shell Pink. But I thought these two matched really pretty, hey? So I'm going to put this one in the centres. I'm going to mix this just a tiny bit with my resin and pour the background. And then I'm going to pipe on my white. So let's get started. Look at that. I don't want very much. I just want like a tinge of pink. So I'm going to start with just a tiny bit first in my cup. And I've got the bigger cup because I need quite a lot. I made up 170 grams of part A and 150 grams of part B. So they're both 150 mils, but one of them weighs more than the other. So that's why, because when I initially started using this art coat, I thought I'll measure it in the cup, but then weigh it at the same time. That way I don't have to measure each time. I can just weigh, because measuring for me is a pain, you know. You're looking at the line, getting down next to it, and you think, okay, do I go by the bottom of the bubble on the line or the top? And I thought, oh my gosh, I just weigh it. And then now I know, I just weigh it each time, and I know it's 170 of one and 150 of the other. Okay, so that's, hopefully that's just a slight shimmer of pink. And now I'm going to put some of this pink in here. But they're not hot pinks, these. They're just, probably put a little bit more in. They're more of a, like a musky sort of a pink, I guess. Didn't want a hot pink. And then a little bit of resin. Not too much. That was probably too much. Just to make it into like a little paste, because that's going to be the centres. I've decided I don't really like glitter so much in my resin coasters because it takes over. It falls to the back, you turn it upside down, your coaster upside down, and you got this big blob of glitter. I do prefer when I use like broken glass or mirror or something like that. I think it gets a better effect. So I'm going to look around and see if I can get different colours of mirror and glass rather than the glitters. Now, what I want to do with this, I want to weigh it. Let me get my scale. Because, you know, you guys that are following me with my acrylic pouring know that I'm a weighing girl. So let's zero that. And I'm going to pour in 30 grams, which is 1 ounce. It's a nice round even number. And then I'm going to add my Castin craft. That's 31. That'll be all right. And so I know how much I need each time to see if it works or not. I'll put that over there so that you can see it. So that was 31. I'm just going to zero that. That's the Castin craft. Okay. So people say you can add 5 drops. It doesn't really drop. It goes 1 and it has a long train. See that? 2, 3, 4, 5. So is that 5 drops? It hasn't even registered. I'm going to go 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's not actually registering on the scale. That's all right. It was worth a try. It's probably because I went in so slowly. I added it so slowly. So that's 10 drops in 1 ounce or 30 grams. I very much doubt it's anywhere near 10%. And we'll see what happens. Maybe I only need 5 drops. But we shall see, hey? We shall see what happens. Okay, so I've got a little bit of clear left if I need it. All right. Okay, let's put this in first. Our pink glitter. I got this mold from Colour Passion in Australia. You can get, and I also have got the you know, the cheap version, the like clear one. I have got that as well. So I guess it just depends on, it's like anything, you know, you work out how much you want to spend, whether you want to get good quality or just regular for your art. And then you make the decision. Do I want to go for the more expensive thing? It looks pretty much the same, but it's much thicker. But it's up to the individual, you know, which way you want to go, I guess. I decided to spend a little bit more and get good quality because I want to reuse these over and over. And you can see when you put them up against each other, you can see that this is a much thicker mold. It's not hollow on the back like some are. It's solid. Okay, that's probably about it. And I should get a little wipe out. I've got my baby wipes here. If you do spill, I think it's good just to get it off straight away. And it's really good to wipe your hands if you get any resin on your hands. So keep one of those handy. Righto, now this pretty pink. I hope I didn't make it too dark. I used the tiniest little bit of resin. Oh, not of resin, of mica powder. I'm still learning the difference between mica powder and mica pigments. And pigment pastes. Oh my gosh, so much to learn. I'm like a sponge at the moment, just taking it all in. Watching videos, making notes, writing things down, learning as much as I can. And I thought, you know, while I'm learning, I might as well do these videos. Yeah, it's just helpful, isn't it? If you're following somebody else if you're starting as well, it's just handy following someone that's starting from the beginning like you are. Push those into the corners. All the little geode shapes here. I love these geode shaped molds. They're really pretty. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty and sparkly. I was going to tell you the story about Artie Sue, wasn't I? Somebody told me, I can't even remember who it was. Somebody, on one of my YouTube comments, I think it was, said, check out Artie Sue, the website, because she's having a closing down sale, which is unfortunate because I didn't realize she was closing down. But on the upside, heaps of bargains. Oh my gosh. I bought 32 jars. Now these are huge. These are 50 grams and $5.18. Can you believe it? So these arrived and they are just amazing. I'll try and remember to take you over and show you my colours later. I have gone and bought some more yesterday online. I bought like another 10 yesterday. So I just love them. And they're such a good price, such a good deal. So I don't know why she's closing down. I don't know. Personal reasons, competition, I don't know. I'm just going to torch. But there are still some left. Not all the colours are left. It's pretty easy to buy. You put them in your cart. You go to PayPal, you pay. Easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Try and pop those bubbles. I really like that pink. So I've got a few different marker powders from different companies, and I'll try them all out. Some companies give you a tiny little bottle, other companies give you a big bottle. But yeah, I saw the sale and I thought, right, I have to get some of those. Got to get me some of that. Now, I do want to finish this pink off. And I want to take my molds up to as close to the top of the, well, I want to take the resin as close to the top of the molds as I can, because I like it when the resin mounds, as opposed to not filling it up enough and then you have that little lip that you have to sand. Whereas if you mound it, you don't get that, I have found. And I like the fact that I don't have to sand the little lip. Probably should have made up a little bit more. I wonder if I can get the tinsiest little bit out again. I'll have to use a clean stick, won't I? Oh, look, I'll just do that. It's just a little bit sitting on top of the stick, really. I just want to fill up. This one's pretty good. Just want to fill up the others a little bit more. It's looking more pale. Oh, maybe it's just because I haven't got much in there. Maybe. It's starting to thicken already. I must say, not that I haven't done a lot in resin, but this stone coat is a bit thick for my liking, and I don't like the fact that I have to plan ahead and put it in a water bath, and it's very bubbly. But I have got a lot of it, so I need to, I'll keep practicing with it. Okay, I think that will do. This one's full now. This one could have a little bit more. I hope I haven't filled them up too much now, because I still need to add my white, although it's not a lot, is it? It's not a lot of white that I'm adding up. There's a little bit of resin left over, and I may use it to fill in my pyramid mold. Did you see my pyramid mold? I'm kind of using little leftover pieces of resin in my pyramid mold. So I'll most likely add some pink to it. Give that a stir. I don't want that to set up. I'm a bit nervous about doing this. I don't even know how to do it. I haven't piped paint out, resin out. I've never done it. I have no idea. Oh, all right. I want to make sure I've got no bubbles though, hey? Just using my little creme brulee torch. All right, that'll do. All right, no point putting this off. I just have to do it, hey. Try and clean up as I go if I spill any resin. Now, I will take you down for a bit of a close-up. I wonder if I can get the resin off my fingers before I touch my screen. Oops, 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 oops. Hang on, I'm going to have to take this off. I'm just going to take my glove off. Hang on. If I can. Oh, it's tricky getting them off, isn't it? Okay. I'll do that. I'll do that. Okay, there we go. Now I'll get my glove back on. And my wristband back on. Hang on, hang on. We've got to do it all right, don't we? We've got to be careful. So I don't want to get resin on my skin. Okay. Here we go. Now I do want to, I'm keen to see if I can suck any resin up with this dropper. I probably can't. Oh, look, it's going up. Oh, look, it worked. Now, what's the chances I can actually, I'm not going to do it on there, I'm just going to do it over here. What's the chances I can make a flower? No, not really. Okay, we will skip that idea. I'll have to try and wash that. I don't know how. That's the other thing. It's kind of like a one use only. You wouldn't be able to reuse it. Okay, now I've seen other people do this, so let's have a go. I've got my little Ziploc bag. Oh, hang on. They use a cup, don't they? They put a cup down. I hope I'm not taking too long and my resin's going to go off. And they put that in the point first and then fold it over. Okay, I can do this, you guys. I can do this. Okay, I've just pushed my finger down into the point there. Let's put that in. Am I still in frame? Not really. There we go. We can see in there now. I'm just going to pour this in. Now don't laugh at me for my first attempt at piping flower petals, okay? Because I have no idea how to do this. You just have to jump in and do it, don't you? You just got to do it. Okay, there we go. So that's that done. Now I can move the cup away, and I've got it in the corner there. I need a pair of scissors too, don't I? Oh, and I remember people saying just cut the very, very point off. Don't cut a lot off. Ooh, it's tricky. Okay, and then they twist like that. Okay, so I'm going to take the very end off. Oh, it's coming out already. Oh my gosh. Ah, don't come out. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. All right, here we go. No, but now I have to, hang on. I still have to keep some pressure there. This is tricky. Okay, I'm going to have to try and hold that like that. Wipe the end off. I'm going to hold it like this, like I would a pen. I'm just going to start because I have no idea. Actually, I might just do one first. These are probably a little bit thick, aren't they? Hope I've got enough. I guess because it's a resin shape too, it's a bit tricky. Okay. All right, that's one done. Let's go again. You hardly have to squeeze it all, really. It just kind of flies out on its own. doing it, you guys. I'm doing it. Hope I got enough. Oh, now this is tricky. Hang on, I'm going to have to go around the other side. Oh, I should have put this on my cake turner spinner. I'm not getting my head in the camera. Okay, now I need to make sure I've got enough for the last little bit. Just wind that up again. And I think I'm just going to have to go backwards for this one. I'll go this way. I'm almost holding my breath here. Oops, squeeze the last little bit out. Okay, now I've got a tiny bit left. Let's do a little one in the center. Okay, I did it. Look, I've got a tiny little bit left. Oh my gosh. Wow, I did it, you guys. Now what? Now what do? Clean up my mess. Now I think I have to use my torch. Not the butane torch though, just the little embossing like heat gun. My big heat gun hasn't arrived yet that I've ordered through eBay. So I've only got this, which I use for bubbles, and let me just wipe my hands, get another baby wipe, and get the resin off my fingers before I pick up my embossing tool. Does that look okay, guys? I'm so tempted to get the stick and like pull through it. What would happen if I did that? No. Actually, maybe just join up a few areas that haven't. Oh, it's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. I think I'll just leave it as my first one. Maybe next time I can do some newfangled things to it. Okay. So I've just got my embossing tool here, and I've put my hairdryer nozzle on it. So I'm just going to basically blow a little bit of heat. I don't want them to move really, and I don't want to blow my resin right out of the molds, but I've seen people do this, so I thought, well, I'd better do it too. Don't really know why. Maybe it's just to heat it up. Don't really know. And they always blow from the middle out. Maybe it helps with the flower design. Yeah, I don't really know. Still researching. Still learning. But I just thought having the pink background against the white flowers would look really pretty, rather than have a clear. I mean, I've seen people do it with the clear as well, and that looks really pretty, but I just thought I'd like to try it with the pink. I see I'm blowing it out over the edges there, and I'm also blowing my glitter out. How about we just go more straight down? I'll just do this a little bit like this. Yeah, I think that'll do. I don't, as I said, I don't really know what benefit that is, but I'm actually blowing the resin out of the mold there, so I won't do any more. I think I filled this one a little bit too much. Let's take that take a little bit of it out. Don't want it overflowing. Let's take a bit out. I mean, I did, you know, add more, obviously. I've added paint. So next time I won't fill them up quite so much because I kind of didn't allow for a lot of the white. I mean, there wasn't a lot there, but I still didn't allow for it anyway. This one's overflowing too. Okay, I think I'll have to leave that. All right, I'm keen to see what's going to happen. It's actually making little, I don't know what they're called. This one could do with a little bit more. I might heat that one a bit more. Yeah, this is actually pushing the white, and it's kind of thickening it. Look at that. So I want that one to be the same as this because these are all looking the same. I don't know how to explain it. They kind of look thicker. But I am pushing the resin out of the mould. Okay, I think that one's about the same. Does it look about the same? Now I did push more resin out over the top. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's quite hot. All right, that'll do me. I think I've done enough. Now, one last thing, if I can still use this, starting to thicken. I'm going to just add, what can I use? I'll just use this. Can you still see? I don't want to waste my resin, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of this in there, and then I'll show you my pyramid mold that I'm putting all my leftovers in. I think I put silver in it last time actually, because I did something with silver. Just looking at down here, over there where I sort of made a bit of a mess, getting the resin back in the mold. But it's okay, look, I'm learning. I think I did pretty good for the first time with my piping, didn't I? All right, so here it is. It's just sitting under here. Oh, you can't really see. I have got some layers in there already. So rather than waste anything, I'm just pouring leftover resin in there. So I've got clear. That's enough. I've got clear on the bottom, and then I've got like this glass blue little pellet thing, and then I've got some blue, and then I've got some silver, and now I've got some pink. Right, let's just torch it. Probably should have torched it. Oh, did that make the camera jump? Probably should have torched it, put a little bit in, then torched, and put a little bit more in and torched. So that's it there. And then I'll just put it over there. I'll put the lid back on it so we don't get any dust in it. And there we go. I've hardly got any wastage at all. Now I'm going to take you down for a close-up. And we'll see what these are doing, hey? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. My first flower. Okay. Oh, look, it's moving. It's kind of moving to the side though, isn't it? Down this end hasn't got as much. That one's moving. That one is as much. Here it is, my little collection so far. I was telling you about the Artie Sue. Now this is what I've got set up for my next pour. I've just got them here set up. I thought, this is what I do. I put them together and I think, yep, that'll look nice together. So that's my next one. And I've got some Resin pigments. I've got some Just For You Online UK pigments. Look at these. Look at all my Artie Sue. Aren't they gorgeous? And look, there's more. But you know, when they're only $5.18, you're going to go for it, aren't you? Look at that gold. And then over here, I've got some more. There's the pinks and purples. And then there's the blues and turquoises. And then I've got my mica pigments, pigment powders. I turn them around so I can see the colours. But these are all the pixie dust pigments. So I've got those, blues and greens, and then we come over here into the oranges and the purples and the pinks. And up here I've got my alcohol inks. And I've got my Castin Craft. And I haven't used this yet, but I want to. Supreme White, Just For You Online. UK, it's a very long name. And then I've got some Bling It. And up there I've got some Pearl X, and these are some Aussie pigments that I bought. So it's a great little shelving system, this, because you can put little things in it, and there's all my extreme sheen and satin enamels and things like that. So great little shelving system. I got it from eBay. And then I've got some of my glitters and things there. Still need to, as I said, I want to get some flakes. And then I've got my sticks and things and cups, and so anyway, that's my little resin corner. My new addiction. Oh, now shall we go and have a look and see what's happening? Let's go and have a look and see what's happening. See what's changed, hey? Let's lift this up. Get it out of the way. Oh, it's done a lot of change. Look at that. It's really pretty. This one not so much. This one I didn't blow the edges out very well, but we're certainly getting like it's a ribbon or a lacing or something. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really, really pretty. So that's only, I don't know, it's been about 10 minutes or so. This one, look at this one. This is my favourite. Wowzers. And look, the edges are going to be a pale pink. So yay. I was really hoping that they'd kind of pull in from the edges and I'd end up with the sort of, you know, pale pink clear edges. So yay. All right, let's put the lid back on them and they can sleep tight till tomorrow. I'll see you then. So excited. Good morning, good morning. It's unmolding time, and I can see through here into the back of the coaster, and I can see that it hasn't really worked the way I wanted it to, because you can see there's big clumps of white that's sunk to the bottom. So when I said I'm only supposed to use 5 drops of Castin Craft in an ounce, but hey, let's put in double that and go with 10. That was not a good idea by the looks of it. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, let's have a little look. Let's unmold these. Got a little bit of overflow here on the edge, so it might be a little bit more difficult to get that one out. I'll have to file it. Oh no, it's not too bad. Not too bad, but I really like this side. So even if the backs haven't worked, I still really like the front. Is that focusing? All right, let's have a look at the back, shall we? Da-da-da. Oh, look at all the white. See, that's what happens when you put too much white in. Oh, look at the sparkle middle there. That's pretty, hey? So anyway, lesson learned. All right, let's do the next one. Actually, let's put him up there. He can just sit up there for a minute. Let's do the next one. I'm assuming they're all going to be the same. Love these molds, nice and thick and chunky. Like I really love that, the front. So I would still have it this way. I would use these and I would have it that way. And again, on the back, it's like Mr. Marshmallow, isn't it? So you can see through to the back of the pink there, but then, yeah, we've got big blobs of white. So don't put too much white in. Lesson learned. But I figured, hey, if, you know, I might as well put the videos up because you're watching my resin journey, so to speak, and I think it's good that we learn what you should do as well as what you shouldn't do. But if you want those effects, by all means use more white. And this is what was happening when I was doing my Petri dishes, my alcohol ink. I was getting this on the back, and now I know why, because I had too much white. That's there, put him there, and the last one. Okay. So definitely want to do this again, but use less white. And I'll just stick to the 5 drops. And I also have got a couple of different white pastes, so I'm going to have do a bit of experimenting as well with different brands of white paste and see which works better, but I actually prefer the front side in this case. So let's put them all down.